Okay, so we have an unboxing video here, and I don't usually do these. But the other day my wife was just talking to me about how it's been such a long time since I got a Coleman lantern, and it was at that time I saw one online that a guy was selling off of some sort of Facebook / Coleman forum thing. So it's supposed to be I think a 1958 252 military that's never been fired. Shouldn't have any fuel in it or anything like that. It should be completely original, unused. So we'll open it up and see. Alright, so here's the box. This would be the box that it would have came in. And then this box was also used as like a holder for the lantern as well then. I know this 372 makes me think that the box is not original to the date of the lantern. Yeah, and then it's just got all the stuff listed that should be in there. I do have some lanterns like this, but I don't have any that are unfired. They've all been used before. So, and he said everything was in there, nothing's been touched. But I don't know if this box is original. I'm sure there's a way of dating the box. Let's get it open here. Alright, so here it is. Said it was unfired. I don't know. I would assume it hasn't been. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. There's some rub marks here where the handle or the bail handle. And it's got US stamped quad glass. It's in upside down though, you can see it at the top there. I would flip that around. Yeah, but it doesn't, at this moment, doesn't look like it was used. Get some rub marks over here too from the funnel. Take off the fuel cap here, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't smell anything. The cap is green though, which would lead me to believe there was some sort of something in there, but I don't know. My purpose or plan with this is just to display it. I wouldn't actually fire it if it's never been fired. And like I said, I have some basically just like this. This vent though, looking at this vent, it's in good shape. I would say perfect shape. There's no anything with that. It looks like basically just some corrosion on here from moisture or whatever. Otherwise it looks, this here, it doesn't look like it was fired. There hasn't been any change in that from the heat. Also the other thing you can look at too, because these are single mantle, when you look at the directions here it'll say mantle instead of mantles. So if that's been changed or someone tampered with it, sometimes that's different. It looks like it's in pretty good shape though. I'll check what's in here. So yeah, good cap gasket, and then looks like there's a tool in there and the stuff that it's all supposed to have. I'm not going to take that out now. So yeah, alright. That doesn't seem too bad. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit here and then I'll show you once I got it cleaned up. Alright, so finished it up here. Went through and cleaned everything up real well, took everything apart. I think it looks alright. It's not perfect. Like I said, I think it was fired maybe once. I took out the valve stem here and the valve nut, soaked it in some vinegar, cleaned it up with some steel wool, took the generator off. This thing would really work well. Like, it's really clean. Like, I can't imagine this thing not burning just amazing, but like looking at this vent is like 100%. There isn't any nicks or chips or dents or anything. It's just super glossy, no like rust or anything on it. So, and if I bring it around this side here, the only thing that's kind of annoying is that, there's chips out of the sticker from the funnel and that type of thing, but that's to be expected. I got the glass in the right way. You can see the US, and then there's a NSN in there as well, national stock number for that glass. So yeah, I think it turned out all right. This will be a nice shelf queen, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I think it looks all right. And basically all I did was, oops, there goes my paper bag. It's my backdrop. Basically just took it apart and cleaned it. That's all I did. Vinegar, I used some of this, it's made by WD-40, but I know there's different brands of it. It's like an Evaporust rust remover soak. I used that on the burner part, just because that was steel. It was really corroded up, and that's why I think that this thing was burnt at least once, just because there's a lot of corrosion. I mean, I guess it could have sat in a box in a basement, and that could have happened too, maybe. But to me, it just seemed like even underneath the vent here, it just seemed like there was some soot or something, like, I don't know, like it was burnt. And I did save the mantle, because that is a silk light, so I untied it with a little tiny pick tool, so I'll probably put that on something else. It doesn't pay to put it on this because it'll never get burnt. So there you go, there's your 252, and it's a 19, let's see if I can do this without scratching everything up here, 1958. I'll show you the bottom here. The bottom's in pretty good shape too. Oops. Like that. There it is, 1958. And the bottom here, it looks like it says Quartermaster Office, Building 1802. Now, who knows about that? Like I said, I don't know if this thing was lit or not, and you know, people do stuff sometimes to make it more desirable. I don't know. Maybe it was actually Quartermaster, Building 1802. Maybe it wasn't. Either way, I left it on there. So there you go. That's 252 1958 U.S. mil spec Coleman lantern. Alright, so this is where it's going to end up then. I was going to show you where it was here. So these here all unfired. Although this one too I think may have been fired once, but again the vent is really good on that one. So I know the lighting isn't the greatest, but these are the larger ones, and then let me put the few smaller ones I have up here as well. Alright, so they got these three up here. Of course I'm going to have a 200. That one's nice. That one I think was fired, but I restored it. New paint and everything, polished it up real nice. These are just like out of a box that I bought from someone that they never used. And this one I bought at a swap meet. It was actually a car swap meet. The guy had it for $5. And I was like, what do you got? And it was just a lantern in a box, he didn't say. And I was like, oh. I'm like, this is unique. So I said, for $5, why not? So that's where it's going to stay now, up on the shelf there with the rest of these shelf queens.